Today, we're diving into step 3 of the creative life process: create. In this episode, we'll explore how to tap into your creative wellspring to develop new behaviors, experiences, and results. You've already imagined your desired future and gotten curious about your current experiences in step 1 and step 2. Now it's time to take action. Imagine you're an artist standing before a blank canvas. Step 3 is where you pick up your brush and start making your vision a reality. Think of your destination, that desired future that you imagined in step 1, as the masterpiece you're working towards. This masterpiece in progress is not always going to be pretty. It's a process with ups and downs. You might love it some days and hate it others, and it's completely normal to have imperfections in your creation. You might decide to go back and paint over a mistake, redo something in your life in a way that you like better, or you might leave it, appreciating the learning that you gained from that mistake. It doesn't matter what your creation looks like to others, at least not in the way or in the extent that you might feel it matters anyway. Whatever you create is valuable because it is yours. You did these things. While there are external circumstances that make some things easier than others, you have immense power to create your life through your actions and through the way you perceive the world. The point of consciously creating your life is to learn, grow, heal, express yourself, cultivate more of what you want in life, and just be you. It's about embracing your one unique and precious life. So you have a destination in mind, but how do you get there? It's tempting to try to change everything all at once. I know I get impatient sometimes thinking, what's taking so long? It shouldn't be this hard. What's wrong with me? I know what to do, but why am I not doing it? I can't seem to make myself do this thing consistently. Habits are ingrained. They are things we do automatically, barely thinking about them most of the time. They're what feel familiar and safe to us. They are deep grooves in our brains, paths between neurons that are so strong, it's easy to slip back into those patterns, even when we're trying our hardest to stop. When we try to change everything all at once, it's a shock to our system. Even when we logically know that these new habits will bring us closer to what we want, that part of our brain that's responsible for keeping us safe freaks out. When we have too many new and unfamiliar things, changes in our lives, that instinct for safety pumps the brakes. And these two parts of us can end up fighting. That part that wants growth and that part that wants safety. Both valid wants and needs. But in order to have the change that you're looking for, it's important to get those parts of you on the same page. Also, the amount of discipline it takes to maintain big, sudden changes is really high. And after practicing restraint for a while, it's common to binge on that behavior we're trying not to do. Many people have experienced this with dieting. If someone swears off sweets, it might last a few days, but then they might eat a whole pan of brownies, for example. This can happen with any habit, including smoking, TV, shopping, anything that you do really frequently, that is any self-soothing behavior that is really an ingrained part of your life, a strong habit. When deciding how to create your desired future, start small. Give yourself permission. You don't need to do everything right now. Pick something that feels like a little stretch, but is also realistic. The vast majority of lasting habit change happens slowly. If your goal is to give speeches to thousands of people, but right now a speech in front of 5 people leaves you shaking, start slow. Practice recording speeches by yourself first. And once that feels comfortable, take another step. Give your speech in front of a friend. And don't dismiss these small steps as unimportant. Doing a small thing consistently builds up, and it makes a huge difference over time. There is no need to rush. You are right on time. Intentionally creating your life takes planning, patience, self compassion, and a whole lot of trial and error. So take a moment to consider, what are the stepping stones you need to put in place in order to move into your desired direction? Maybe it's learning a new skill, setting boundaries, or cultivating a positive mindset. Creating your life includes taking actions that are observable from the outside, but it also includes um, cultivating the thoughts that you think, the emotions that you feel, and the beliefs that you hold. The meaning you make from your past experiences hugely impacts your current decisions and experiences. Creating your life consciously does not mean continually doing more things. It means cultivating the things that suit you, your values and your goals, and pruning the things that are no longer serving you. It's about balance. It's important to create space for rest, play, and to just be. You're a human being, not a human doing. And you don't need to earn your worth by doing more and more. In a world that glorifies busyness, rest might feel lazy. But it's in these moments of rest that you can disengage from conventional thinking and tap into your inner well of creativity. There is value in just being. There is value in dreaming and gestating ideas. There's value in taking care of your body. You deserve rest regardless of how conventionally productive you are. So think about your desired future. How will it feel when you arrive? How important is it to you to be experiencing that? Use that as fuel, use it as motivation. Whenever the your motivation is starting to lag and you start doubting, like, is this worth the effort? Go back to think about, how important is this outcome to you? Some goals that we set might not be important enough for us to take action on, and that is completely okay. But if this is something that you really want, use that to drive you. And now think about where you currently are. From here, what are your options for possible next steps in that desired direction? This is your chance to think outside of the box. It could be something you've tried before that worked well. It could be something you've never tried before and are curious what it might turn out with. Remember those things you loved as a child? Reconnect with that sense of playfulness and curiosity. Let life be an adventure. You are the main character of your story. So you decide how you'll write it. What action can you take right now that it's going to stretch you out of your comfort zone just enough? And what might you let go of that would make your journey easier? Out of these options that you come up with when you're brainstorming, what are you ready to try? When are you going to do it? What can you put in place to make this action inevitable? You might like to plot each step until you reach the destination right now, but it's okay if you don't have the whole plan figured out yet. It's normal to have some unexpected detours and options open up along the way. Don't let that stop you. You don't need to know everything before you start. You will learn along the way. As you experiment with different strategies and take those small, intentional steps, you're shaping your journey, stepping into your light, and creating the future you imagine right now. You are the artist of your life. You have the power to create it. So embrace your inner creator. Try things you haven't done before and honor the beauty of this journey unfolding in the present moment. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of intentionally creating your life. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll delve into the importance of celebrating your progress in step 4.